Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Good day. So for today, we're going to discuss about writing a proposal and writing up the research. A writing proposal will serve as the initial step in the research process, providing an outline of the intended study. The introduction should clearly state the purpose of the research and the problem it aims to address and the significance of the proposed investigation. And this section should capture the reader's attention, emphasizing the relevance of the research within the broader uh, academic or practical context. It sets the tone for the entire proposal, establishing the groundwork of the subsequent section. Following the introduction, of course, is the proposal includes a section that provides background information and contextualize the research problem. This involves a review of existing literature related to the topic, highlighting gaps, debates, or unresolved issues. And the background section establishes the researcher's familiarity with the subject matter and justifies the need for the proposed study. It serves as the bridge between the introduction and the specific objectives of the research. The next will be the objective and hypothesis. No, clearly, articulating the research objective is a critical component of the proposal. In this section, outlines the goals and extended outcomes of the study. Now, if applicable, hypothesis may be presented, providing testable statements that guide the research process. So the clarity and specificity of the objectives and hypotheses are crucial, for shaping the subsequent methodology and analysis of the research. For the research design and methodology, the research design and methodology sections details the approach and methods the researchers plans to use to achieve the stated objective. So this includes specifying whether the research is qualitative or quantitative, outlining data collection methods in describing the overall research plan, justification for the chosen methods, including their appropriateness for addressing the research question, is an essential element of this section. Another is the significance and contribution. In this part of the proposal, the researcher elaborates on the potential significance of the study and its contribution to the existing body of knowledge. This involves discussing how the research outcomes may fill gaps in the literature, offer practical applications, or contribute theoretical insights. Clearly, communicating the expected impact of the research helps to underscore its relevance and importance. For the timeline and feasibility, a well-rounded proposal includes a section outlining the timeline for the research, breaking down the key milestone and activities, and this demonstrates the researcher's awareness for the project scope and feasibility within defined in time frame, including a realistic timeline and essential for assessing the project practicality and ensuring that the proposed research can be completed within the available resources and constraints. Another is the ethical consideration because the research proposal should address ethical considerations associated with the study. And this involves discussing how the researcher plans to protect the rights and well-being of participants. Of course, maintain confidentiality and adhere to ethical standard. So acknowledging and addressing potential ethical issues upfront ensures that the proposed research aligns with ethical standard guidelines and safeguards the welfare of individuals involved. The conclusion of the proposal summarizes the key points and reiterates the importance of the research. It may also be include a call to action or a statement about the broader implications of the study. So the conclusion leaves a lasting impression on the reader, emphasizing the proposal significance and setting the stage for the subsequent phase of writing up a research. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead. Go ahead, presenter.
Okay, sir. Good day. I'm Edward Custorio. Together with Giancarlo Marquizon, we're about to discuss Chapter 11, Writing Proposal and Writing Up the Research. So let's start with the purpose of a research proposal. According to TAP4U, it includes first, to prevent distraction. It includes first the to prevent distraction from actual topic. So a good research proposal is like a roadmap for researchers. Helps them stay on track by clearly laying out what they want to study, why and how. This roadmap includes details like the research problem, goals, how they'll choose who to study, the questions they want to answer, and how they will collect and analyze data. Having this roadmap keeps researchers from going off track and getting distracted. In simple terms, a well-prepared research proposal makes sure that the study stays focused and organized. So second is vital for third parties. A research proposal is important not only for researchers but also for others like supervisors, instructors, commissioners, and those giving funds. It helps supervisors and instructors understand what the research is about, its goals, and it and how it will be done. This allows them to guide and see if the research is doable. Commissioners and fund providers use proposals to decide if a study is worth supporting before giving money. Basically, a good research proposal helps everyone involved understand the research goals, methods, and expected results, making it easier for everyone to work together and make decisions. So third is convince others. Think of a research proposal like a convincing pitch from a researcher. It's not just about explaining what they want to study, it's a way for them to show off their skills and convince others that they can successfully carry out the research. The proposal lays out the research problem, goals, how they will do it, and what they expect to find. The goal is to persuade others, like peers, advisors, or funders, that the research has a solid plan and the ability to make a meaningful contribution to their field. In simple terms, a strong research proposal helps the researcher get support and recognition by highlighting their qualifications and commitment to the study. Next is to focus and define research plans. Think of a research proposal like a guidebook for researchers. It's crucial because it helps them figure out and lay down the basic plans for the study. Picture it as a compass that ensures the important parts of the research are clear and pointed in the right direction. This process is like drawing the lines and map of the study, preventing researchers from going off track and making sure everything from big goals to specific methods fits with their they want to go. Simply put, a good research proposal is like a strategic guide, making the plans clear and organized, and steering the study toward its goals. So number five, other purposes of research proposal includes to support the researcher in defining the contents and in planning and executing his research project. Second, to discuss the efforts of other researchers who have contributed in related research topics. To notify research supporters and potential collaborators about the central idea and anticipated quality of the research study. Fourth, to represent plans, services, and competencies of the researcher in its best possible way in order to facilitate selection of the proposal over other competitors and participants. So fifth, to suggest and recommend the information essential for solving research questions. Let's now move on to the skills required for a research proposal. So, but first, how skillful are we to write a good research proposal? In other words, how skillful are we to carry on the research we are proposing? What do we know about our area of study or interest? This brings us to the question, are the required skills to enable us to write up a good research proposal? So as per People 2022, the list of these skills is unlimited, but the fundamentals are: first, research skills. You must demonstrate your mastery of an area of interest and familiarity with what is currently going on in that field. A good research skill, therefore, will enable you to navigate yourself in your subject or of interest. So to find out what has been done already and what you can do on your part to bring innovations or new ideas. So second, methodological skills. So this is where professional experience comes in. Keep in mind that professional experience is not only a job-based qualification, it could be a professional experience you acquired through your previous education. For example, from being a research assistant to your professor, lab work in school and the ability to produce publication, thesis, experience attending. So third, analytical skills. The analytical skill is the technique that you are going to use from the proposed methods to achieve the end goal. You will have to indicate analytical methods or techniques that will be required for your proposed research project. So this enables you to show your readers how your professional or academic experience provided you with relevant knowledge and the skills to carry on the given project. So fourth, communication skills. One of the major aims of a research proposal is to display your ability to express yourself in precise, logical, language. This is exactly what your readers or potential supervisors want to see in you. The ability to express what you have in mind in a scientific manner. So last, project management. You must be able to indicate that you have relevant project management experience. You need to showcase a professional experience with the relevant knowledge and skills to manage a research project, including planning for deadlines, budgeting, and risk assessment. So, an additional skill but not mandatory that could help in your research proposal is professional or academic experience, particularly if it's relevant or related to your area of interest. So these are some of the skills that could attract potential supervisors or readers to your research proposal. Next report. Next report.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, classmates. Good afternoon, Sir Marmelo. I am assigned to discuss research project proposal content and structure. So maybe you have a question in your mind. What is research project proposal content and structure? A research project proposal typically follows a structured format and includes specific content to effectively communicate the purpose, scope, methodology, and expected outcomes of the proposed research. While variation may exist depending on the academic institution or funding agency, here's a general outline of the content and structure of a research project proposal. So let's start with title. Title provides a concise and informative title that reflects the focus of your research. The second one will be the introduction. Introduction introduces the research from problem or topic, provides background information to justify the significance of the research, clearly state the research questions or hypotheses. The next one will be the literature review that will be summarize relevant literature and previous research on the topic and also identify gaps or limitation in existing knowledge that your research aims to address and comes up with research objectives. So research objectives clearly outline the specific objectives or goals of your research that will specifically explain how achieving these objectives will contribute to the existing body of the knowledge. And that will be entering our questions or hypothesis that will be clearly state the research questions or hypothesis that your study will address. And the next one will be the methodology. Methodology describe the research design using the type of study. It will be experimental, observational, or case study. That will be explain the sampling strategy and criteria for participant selection, and it will also detail the data collection methods and instruments to be used. That will provide information on data analysis and techniques. And that will becomes out with our significance of the study. That will be explain the potential impact and contributes of your research to the field, discussing how your study address gaps in existing literature or provides practical solution. And when it comes to ethical consideration, that will be address any ethical issues related to your research, including participant consent, confidentiality, and potential risk. And that will be also part of the timeline that provide a timeline outlining the milestone and activities of the research project. The next one will be the budget. That will be the estimate the cost associated with your research, including the equipment, materials, travels, and other expenses. And the next one will be the expected results and deliverables. That will be outline the expected outcomes of your research and any tangible deliverables. Explain how the result will be executed. And next function that will be summarize the key points of the proposal, reinforce the importance of the research and its potential contributions. And the last one will be the reference that will be includes a comprehensive list of all sources cited in your proposal. And also remember that classmate and also everyone, it's important to tailor the proposal to the specific requirements of the funding agency or academic institution. Additionally, the clarifications, coherent and logical flow are crucial elements for an effective research project proposal. So let's tackle about or deep down the research proposal title. So the research proposal title is the name or heading. Succinctly captures the essence and focus of your research project. It should provide readers with a clear understanding of the main topic or question aimed to investigate. A well-crafted title is essential as it serves as the first impression of your research and can influence whether readers decide to delve into the details of your proposal. So here's some of the tips for creating effective research proposal title. So the first one will be clear and concise. Keep the title brief and to the point. Avoid unnecessary words or jargon. And also, number two will reflect the main focus. Ensure that the title accurately reflects the central theme or subject of your research. Use keywords. Incorporate relevant keywords that are likely to be used by individuals searching for information on your topic. And avoid ambiguity. Steer clear of vague or ambitious language. The title should convey a sense of specificity. Consider the audience, tailor the title to your target audience, whether it's academic reviews, potential collaborators, or broader public audience. The next one will be the highlight of the purpose or highlight the purpose. If applicable, includes word the highlight, the type of studies such as experimental, case study, or quantitative analysis. Invoke interest, craft a title that sparks curiosity or interest, making to encourage readers to explore further. Be unique, ensure that your title is distinctive and not easily confused with your research project. The next one will be check for accuracy. Ensure that your title is distinctive and not easily double check that the title accurately represent the content of your research proposal. Remember, classmates, that the title is just one component of your research proposal. It should be complement the overall clarity and coherence of your proposal, providing a preview of the research journey you are about to embark on. And that will be our report for today. I hope everything is clear and I hope everyone get knowledge about research proposal. And I just want to know if you have questions or any clarifications. So if you don't have any questions, I will be sending the link in our GC for our mini quiz. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so thank you so much, presenter. No, again, in designing a research, no, one should consider his or her interest in the subject matter or in the title. No, availability of information, timeliness and relevance of the topic, limitations on the subject and personal resources. It is easier to conduct research, no, if you are interested in the topic, and because you are interested, you have probably had background on the topic and other related ideas you had based on your experiences and exposure. Good research design should be timely and fresh. No? This means that it could be pioneering study which could contribute to the baseline profile, no, of the research subject. Okay. The research subject na these are actually most commonly uh, as I mentioned earlier, no, it could also be a way of addressing the present situation that a certain community is facing, and research is needed to determine the possible solution to the present problem. Limitation of the research as to its coverage, no, the time, no, the time when the research should be conducted, as well as the ethical considerations in the resources of the researchers, both human resource, no, and financial resources. So this there are topics actually which should be avoided, such as a controversial topics, no, highly technical subjects, hard to investigate subjects, no, or participants, too broad subjects or too narrow subjects, and vague subjects. In order to help you in choosing a research topic, you could obtain something from mass media, syempre sa book, no, uh, internet, no, peer-reviewed journals, government publication, professional periodicals, general periodicals, previous reading assignment, and experiences. So after choosing a research topic, think of the research problem that you want to address in your research, no, topic. No, research problem is the one which makes you worry and pushes you to exert considerable effort in finding a solution for it. You are incapable of answering. No, in response to research problem, cite possible solutions of the problems, ways to understand the problem, and how to collect data and analyze it. You need to accept the fact that a research topic or problem is an intellectual stimulus calling for an answer in the form of a scientific inquiry. Topics or problems are general questions about relations, among variables or characteristics of the phenomenon which a researcher needs to undertake. Um, Even if at the completion of research proposal is not a requirement of your candidature, it is a good idea to write one. No, writing a research proposal will encourage you to clarify your objectives and key ideas. It will enable, no, it will enable you to think about each stage of the research process so that you can develop a clear and detailed plan. It will also help you to foresee problems that you may encounter during your candidature and from you to think about how you will manage them when they arise. Writing a research proposal engages a number of skills, no? And these skills can be grouped into different clusters like subject knowledge and research skills, critical skills, communication skills, no? The required content and structure of the research proposal varies from one field to another, one study to another. So there's certain changes. Let's say, for example, if you are BSCS or BSIT, there's certain changes when it comes to the content. No, it depends upon, of course, with the university guidance at the same time. No, you should therefore consult closely with your advisor or mentor so that you are made aware of any particular requirements in your field of study. No, most commonly, no, a research proposal consists of background of the topic, significant and research problem, research aims in question, review of related literature, no, study project design, timeline, expected outcomes, and so on and so forth. No, now, in writing a research, no, the title will serve as an overview. No, so the title consists of the information of the research study, and there are guidelines to follow in the formulation of the research title, as well as indicator that formulate research title is a good research title. No, so I think that's it for this chapter.